And a good morning, Ozark Chamber. We are live in downtown Ozark. Again, if you caught our glitch a while ago. However, we are having fun here in the historic River District as we are celebrating one of the newest businesses to come into downtown Ozark, Hudson Hawk Barbershop. And we have a special surprise and treat for you. Well, at least maybe for me. Check it out. But right now, we're going to cut the ribbon. Everybody help me out. Here we go. Ozark, 3, 2, 1. There goes the confetti. Christmas goes. So much fun. Now, a new twist. Check this out. Sir. I'm getting a haircut. Yeah. So we're going to be walking in now. Thad, we're going to give these ribbons over here, these big scissors. These aren't the scissors you guys are going to use on my hair, right?
I was thinking maybe.
Yeah?
We could try that out.
So we're going to go in here, and I'm actually going to get a haircut. Now, Thad, you guys decide, what was the biggest reason you decided to open up in downtown Ozark?
Well, we have our roots in Springfield, which is great. We had a relationship with another barbershop here that we kind of helped get started.
Right.
And then they decided that it was time to kind of consolidate their business into their original market in Rogersville. So we took over as Hudson Hawk and are very excited to be here in the Ozark market for sure.
Patty's going to come on around over here with a camera.
Aesthetically, yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful shop, and we're going to showcase that in a little bit. But right now, I'm going to have you get a little bit closer over here.
Yep.
This is Lindsay. Lindsay is the manager here in Ozark, right?
Yeah, shop leader.
Okay, so this is a whole experience. So I would come in. I'm a new customer, and you might want to get a little closer to her so she can pick up that mic.
I'll pop over on this side.
And tell me what we're doing here.
That real quick, and then we'll figure out what we're doing today.
Okay, so I'm ready. Get a haircut. I feel like it's like my first haircut ever. So, Lindsay, how long have you been a barber?
I have been a barber officially since last October.
Okay.
About a year before that unofficially.
All right. Good.
Licensed since October. All righty. Well, here we are today.
Okay,
How
so
long since you had a haircut?
about 3 weeks.
Okay, so
nice.
looking you should be around every month?
Yeah, about every 2 to 3 weeks. Yep.
Tell me what it is that you usually have done.
Well, normally we do a 4 on the sides. That's because it's not a barber that does it, right? And so it's I'm not going to say. So, and then I just like to trim it up a little bit on the top, not too short, but I don't want it to look like I didn't get a haircut.
Okay, is there anything about that cut that you don't particularly like?
No, it's all right. Yeah, I think so.
What things do you like about that haircut?
Well, it's just, I don't know. I'm always,
easy for the day?
you know, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing is that at the end of our first haircut, I want to see how you fix it.
Okay, yeah.
And maybe it's,
I like that.
Yeah, right? And maybe I might want to try something new. If not, I'm a guy. It goes right back to the way
You
it
almost
was.
always get, you give the barber a little bit of trust. You almost get the best result for sure.
All right, so we ready to get started?
4 on the sides. We want to keep it around that 4?
I think so. That'd be good.
You like that more faded up, or you like that 4 all the way around?
I don't know.
I'd taper them
I
up,
got you.
yeah.
I'll taper you up a little bit, and that way we can see if that's something that you like.
Sounds good. And Thad, let's talk a little bit about Hudson Hawk while Lindsay gets prepared here. So, what makes you a little bit different style, unique? What makes Hudson Hawk different than another barber in town?
I take a lot of pride in the fact that, like, here in the Springfield Ozark area, we were kind of the first shop back in 2013 to kind of bring the more premium barber experience to the market. So it's obviously a lot of shops around doing that now, but we put the most focus on the guest experience. I know that is something that our industry, I think, forgets sometimes, is that the number one most important thing is taking care of the people in our chair and making sure that anybody who walks in these doors has the best experience, the best time, gets a good cup of coffee, has a good conversation, and leaves with a good haircut. You know what I mean? And those basic things have really helped us kind of maintain our reputation here in town and in the area, the different markets that we serve.
So whenever you start talking about Hudson Hawk, I mean, obviously I'm getting a simple haircut. I'm probably as simple as it gets. But what are some of the other services that you guys offer your customers?
So we do straight razor shaves. We do waxing services. You have to get your nose waxed sometime. I'm telling you. It's like a breathe right strip that you don't have to ever put on and take off. It's and it keeps you cleaned up and looking sharp. And then so eyebrows, nose, ears, straight razor shaves, and then the haircuts, which is great. And so we keep it very simple, but we do all those things. We try to do all those things with excellence and. I'd rather do a few things really well than try to add a bunch of different services that may or may not be utilized and,
Yeah, I like that.
be of best use.
So, Lindsay, how many barbers do you guys have here in Ozark?
So here at this location, we have 5, including myself, 4 that came over from the original shop, and then hired a new one since becoming Hudson Hawk. And just a great team here. They work well with the clients. They do great consultations. Honestly, I mean, some of the best haircutters I've seen, especially in the Ozark area. They do a really great job.
So, if somebody wants to make an appointment, what's the process for that?
Oh man, we've got a great, easy to use online booking system. Our website's easy to remember. It's hudsonhawk.com. Hop on hudsonhawk.com, click book now, and select the Ozark location. And the rest, I mean, it's very easy. You can manage your appointment on your phone. You can check in on your phone. You'll get a calendar invite, reminder, that sort of thing. So we make booking very simple. We do have a group of folks that answer the phones if somebody wants to call. But most of the time, the easiest way to do it is to hop online and do it right there on the website.
But Lindsay, on a day like today, when it's just a nice, beautiful day, and you want to come and check out the downtown square, I mean, and I decide I want to get a haircut. Most of the time, you're able to take a walk-in, isn't that right?
Walk-in? Oh yeah, we absolutely do take walk-ins as available. My best recommendation, just to make sure you get the spot you want, is to hop on and book an appointment. But we do have a sign out on the sidewalk. Whenever you see that sign out on the sidewalk, that means there's walk-ins available. Come on in, and we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah, I like that. Let's talk about just a little bit longer here. Now, Hudson Hawk, you got the Ozark location, but you're all over the place. Tell me some other locations. If somebody says, "Hey, I really can't get into downtown Ozark and might work a lot of the time, but I want to use Hudson Hawk," where else can they go?
Absolutely. So we have 4 locations in Springfield. That's kind of where we started. We have 1 in downtown, 2 on the south side of town, and then 1 on South Campbell. We have 4 shops in Kansas City.
Wow.
We have 2 on the Missouri side and 2 on the Kansas side of Kansas City. And then we have a shop in Northwest Arkansas in Bentonville. We have a shop in Columbia, Missouri, and then right outside of Mizzou's campus. And then we have our newest shop is in Tulsa, Oklahoma, outside of this one, the one in Ozark.
Well, when was your first shop? I understand you started in your garage. Is that right? And how did the company grow?
So I wanted to make sure before I made a big career shift that I enjoyed cutting hair. So yeah, man, I cut hair in my garage for about 9 months before I even went to barber school. But when I left barber school, I graduated in March of 2013. We opened the first Hudson Hawks doors on April 15th of 2013. So we just had our 12-year anniversary just last month.
So if I'm a young barber coming out of barber school and I'm trying to decide where I might go work, what are some of the advantages of coming to work at Hudson Hawk?
The beauty of being at Hudson Hawk as a new barber, when I go speak in schools, I always let them know, I think Hudson Hawk is the best place you could start your career. We have enough people at the company where you're going to get great exposure to a lot of different skill sets. We have an education team that can come and work with you to help you polish up your skills, because in a school environment, you're going to learn a lot, but you're going to grow so much once you graduate. Your first 6 to 9 months outside of barber school, you're going to grow more than you could ever imagine in a shop environment. The other thing is we've got a good reputation. So we have a lot of clients that will come in and you'll have traffic that you can take care of and learn to build that clientele. And then we give our new barbers the ability. They actually have longer service times and a slightly lower price point to start during their training, to make sure that they have enough time, adequate time, and good expectations for the guests, so that they're not under extra stress to do things too fast. So, but then we help them progress so that they're doing everything under the regular service times.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk. Why we got you on the camera here a little bit, and Lindsay's doing a great job. I hope that buzzing wasn't too loud in the microphone. I tried to hold it away a little bit.
And I've got my mic here.
Yeah,
so.
it's good. You're a success story, Thad. So you've been able to expand. How many shops was that you
12 shops in 12 years.
12 shops in 12 years. What do you think's been the secret to your success and growth?
I have a great team. I mean, I know that is number one. In order to have success growing in multiple markets, you got to be surrounded with great people. And from my business partner, Paul, who we started this thing, he is such a good counterpoint to me. And he's had more experience in the industry. He's been in the hair industry with his salon, Studio 417, that they run for 20 plus years. So that's great. I've got Brad and Madison and Steven on our and a bunch of other folks on our operations side, and then just the barbers. So what's cool about our shops is all 12 are company owned, and they're all ran by barbers who have kind of worked their way up through the company. So that's helped us maintain the culture and the consistency that you need to be able to, because you go to a new market, they don't know who Hudson Hawk is like they may in Springfield. So we have to make sure that we expose the market to the same things that made it successful in Springfield. We have to carry those wherever we go. And that's to me the biggest challenge. And as we grow, that's the thing that we try to maintain and to make sure we keep the consistent is the guest experience. That's to me the most important key to success. I always tell every barber, I'll take a shop full of decent barbers who care about their guests and care about each other over the best barbers that are more concerned about their Instagram page and their ego than they are about taking care of the person in their chair.
So from the first time, so you had your first shop 12 years ago. How long was it till you did your first expansion?
Oh man! So in the early days, we might have grown a little too fast at times. The second shop, we opened our first one in April of 2013. Our first expansion was the following year at Farmers Park when Farmers Park opened up out in Springfield.
I remember that.
Yeah. So my business partners salon was expanding out there. They had a small spot right next door that we could put the barbershop, which we did. And our Farmers Park store is still thriving now. We actually moved into a bigger spot in that shopping center a couple years ago.
So let me ask you just a little business question. So
Sure.
what has been your biggest success in growing the name Hudson Hawk, and what are some things that maybe you wish you would have done a little bit different?
Oh, that's a good question. One of the things that we've done recently is really make sure our training programs and things like that are really reinforcing not just skill setting cutting hair, but reinforcing why it's important, why Hudson Hawk is special, and what makes us different. All the questions that you've just asked me, that's the stuff we want our employees to understand and be a part of. I think it's important that people want to be a part of the why behind a company, not just the what it does. You know what I mean? And
that's important.
for me, that's been a big thing to realize as you grow. You make a lot of mistakes. There's been a couple shops, like we have a shop that we opened up. We've had to close one location. It was in a locate. We kind of put a location in a spot where hindsight wasn't a good location. So I think one key to business is if you make a mistake, being willing to walk away from that and not just try to force things for the sake of your own personal ego. It's like the old, what is it, Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah, I kind of look at it like football, right? Sometimes that Pat Mahomes, he runs down and scores a touchdown. Other times they gotta punt the ball, right?
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
Come back out, put a new plan together, and try to score another touchdown.
Absolutely.
So, what are you looking for in a market when you're looking to expand? Are people approaching you about coming into the market? Or
that does happen.
How are you doing your research to figure out you want to be in Kansas or Oklahoma
Sure.
or Mizzou? Yeah.
When we first started, it was really the first shop we ever put in Kansas City. We had a bunch of our barbers who were moving to Kansas City, and we had like 3 guys that were moving there, and we decided not the way I would recommend expanding.
Right.
And as we grew and as we changed, we've realized that it's smarter to build markets. So not just go single shops in different locations to put more than one store. Cool thing about Ozark and this area, it all kind of like Ozark, Springfield. The marketing leverage and all the things we do can help out. Our markets are close enough. Whether we put one here, in Ozark, Springfield, maybe we do another location somewhere else in this area. But we've used software. But honestly, the big thing is finding markets that match up with the kind of clients that we have. So we learn about our clients. We learn the things that are important to them. And then we try to find markets that match up. Like Tulsa is interesting because the Tulsa market's one of our newest markets. The demographics of Tulsa are very similar to Springfield in a lot of ways. And even the parts of town where commerce is taking place are very similar. So it's been an interesting. It's bigger than Springfield, but there's a lot of similarities in the people and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I just recently came back from a Chamber of Commerce conference, and I've been to big Chamber of Commerce conferences with chambers all across the country, but this one was down in Branson. It was Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, and Oklahoma chambers.
Okay, nice.
And we're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
So you're having conversations with other chamber pros that are trying to, build communities that support businesses like yours that do the initiatives, and we're facing the same challenges. and really the same lifestyles for the most part.
Sure.
I mean, yes, your Kansas City, St. Louis are a little bit bigger animals
Yeah.
compared to, even the difference between Kansas City and Tulsa is a different market. But
Yep.
you're right, Ozark and Nixon, Springfield, all that is
Yep.
very similar to that Oklahoma lifestyle.
And one thing I want to do, like being here in Ozark, I want, a lot of my barbers are from this area, from the Ozark community, and I want to continue to get more involved. I want to be the barbershop that the Ozark community thinks of as, this is where I need to go get my haircut, right? My kid needs their first cut. I want to take them to Hudson Hawk. I got a big job interview. I need to go to Hudson Hawk to make sure I look sharp. And I want the Ozark community, I know it's important. Reputation is big in communities. You've got to deliver results in order for people to continue to come see you. I don't ever want people to just come to Hudson Hawk because I tell them to. I want them to come to Hudson Hawk because they love the experience. Yeah. They identify, they latch on to the barber that's taking care of them, and they want to make it one of my favorite things to see is when I come into a shop and you'll see there's a dad getting a haircut next to his son, right?
Yeah.
Or dad brings a couple of his boys in, or grandpa. At one point I've had whole generations, like grandpa, dad, and grandson all in the shop at the same time. Like, we call our shop the Barbershop for all generations. Like, I want that.
That's it.
It's a very family friendly shop. And it's something that I cherish that. Like, it's named after, a lot of people don't know, it's named after, like, my youngest son's name is Hudson, and Paul's youngest son's name is Hawkins. So it's named after the two youngest boys in our family.
That would have been a good question to ask about 10 minutes ago. It's funny you talk about getting in the community, and I know I'm putting you on the spot on the camera, but I have a feeling that you guys will help. One of the things that the Ozark Schools is looking to bring back this year is called Back to School Bash. And it is an opportunity that I was talking to Dan, he's the information director for the Ozark Schools. They want to bring in some barbers that day to get some free haircuts. We're in. Right? I mean, we
do a big one in Springfield.
Yeah.
We will 100% be a part of that here. And so I love doing back to school bash stuff, because what's cool is you get an opportunity to take care of some kids who may only get one good haircut a year. Yeah. I mean, I literally, in participating in the one in Springfield, I've had kids that I saw the year before come back with long hair and hadn't got a good haircut.
Because that was it. Mom did the trimmings at home.
That's exactly right. And they waited until the next back to school bash. Wow. So those things are super impactful. I love to hear that they're bringing one back, because like we want to get involved with Ozark Schools and make sure we're helping out. And I want every one of those kids going back to school and talking about, man, that Hudson Hawk place is awesome.
Dan told me the date. It's a Saturday. I think it's maybe the second Saturday in August, 8th or 9th or something like that. But it's going to be at the Innovation Center. Well, the funny thing is, about a week before that, we do a big thing for all of our new teachers coming to town.
Oh, cool!
And so, like, you guys can do like one free haircut.
Man, holler at us! Yes, let us know.
We do swag bags for that. Then we try to do gift baskets for
nice.
What we call new teacher survival kits.
Love it.
But the chamber. They're one of our strategic partners, just like the city of Ozark is, and to see you guys want to invest in and make some improvements. I mean, you spent some money on the shop.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
To make this a better place in downtown Ozark. So, yeah.
This shop is killer, man. I'm pretty sure, doesn't the mayor get his haircut here? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bring him over here. Come on over here, Mayor. Come on, Don.
He sits in his same chair.
Come here, Don. Talk about your experiences here at Hudson Hawk. You can look at the camera.
Okay.
She finishes up.
Well, I've been here not quite a year yet, but I mean, Lindsay does my hair. They was asking me to get my hair cut. I said it was last Friday. Every other Friday at noon, I come in and get my hair done.
I love it. It looks great.
So if my schedule allows it, sometimes I have to call and say, I've got a city meeting. I've got to change.
We understand.
And
we'll work with the mayor.
She's very understanding with that.
On a stage somewhere, I'm like, man, his hair looks good.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
And, so I'm just glad y'all here, and just a great addition. So now, do you usually come here? Or
this is my first time. Yep.
Okay. Can I help? I'll try.
That would make for some good TV.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, hold this. No.
Are we getting close, Lizzie?
Yeah. She's gonna turn you around.
Okay.
I would not do that to you.
We're finishing up the touches.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Now I normally put like a little paste in it, like a matte paste or something. So
try not a little.
I want to see what she does.
Yeah, we actually have a.
Don't turn me around yet. Just do it.
We also offer washout. You want me to get you washed out?
I do actually, but you know what? We're probably getting a little long on the camera, so I think we'll go ahead and we'll do the outro here.
Then you can
post picture or something like that.
Sounds good.
Do you want to say something, Patty?
Why don't you do the outro? Do the outro, and then we can finish.
So you know what? We're gone this long. Just follow us over there, Patty. Let's just do it. We're going to go over here. You can just,
take his cape.
bring the camera with you. We're going to go ahead and do the washout. I got to have a washout. I wear contacts. So a lot of times if I'm not careful, I get them little loose hairs in my contacts. So which one do you want me in? All right, so this is some of the extra features. So they do an automatic washout, right? And if I actually wanted a shampoo job or anything more than that, that's a little extra cost. Is that right?
So shampoo, washout, head massage, all of that's included with the hot towel on your face.
Okay.
So that's included in every haircut that we do. And anything past that, I mean, that we've
Let's
got
just
the
stay
skin
live.
fades, we've got the 2 to the 3 on the side, and it all depends on what you're looking for. Depends on the price point you fall in. But they're all set up to be pampered. So
well, we're doing the base haircut today, so I'm getting
right.
the washout. We're just going to stay live. If nobody's watching, unless somebody's watching,
Absolutely.
I will say there was some great business advice in there. And if you need to go back and listen to Thad's theories and how he grew the company, if you're just now tuning in, you're going to want to back up and hear that. This became more of like a little podcast than it is just a live ribbon cutting. But we're going to get a haircut or get washed out.
I talk a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Well, if you can think of anything else while I'm getting my hair washed, go ahead and tell the camera.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things. The hair wash is one of those things that was big for me, like making sure, because I hated walking out of the barbershop with hair all over my neck and all over my head and it falling down my face. So this was something I'm like, man, when we go in and open up Hudson Hawk, this is going to be part of the service because I knew that was something for me that would be very important. And it's really relaxing. Guys got a head, you put a hot towel on their face, they sit back. This is my favorite part of the whole thing. So yeah, he's got the thumbs up going. This is something that we include as part of standard service, and it's fantastic. Anybody that hasn't been to a Hudson Hawk, I just always tell you, come in and experience it, and give us a shot to earn your business, and we'll do that.
Well, so far, you can hear me. I got the hot towel, and it feels absolutely phenomenal. Now Lindsay's giving me a little washout here.
But on the funny side of things, I like y'all using the hot towels because then if I accidentally hit you in the face with water, you don't feel it as much.
It also takes away the awkward eye contact when the guy's sitting back in the shampoo bowl staring at you,
Staring at you while you're washing your hair.
I can tell you right now, if I wasn't doing this Facebook Live little thing, I probably would fall asleep right here.
And I tell you, if you've never had a straight razor shave, you'd like the hot towels, man. You get a lot of that. I always tell people a straight razor shave is like, it's like a pampering facial for a guy. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. You come in, you get the hot towels, you get the nice clean shave. It's a great experience. You get a little face massage while you're at it. I mean, it is an excellent experience. Even if you wear a beard like me, you can still get your cheeks and your neck cleaned up, and it looks sharp. Yeah, it's good. It's a very good experience. Like all the different services we have. And I will tell you, this Ozark shop does more shaves than almost any one of our other locations. It's something that they really love doing and really specialize in. And beards too. They do a lot of beard work here. So if you got a big beard that you need taken care of,
good straight razor shave, come see us.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Lindsay, what have you liked about so far working in downtown Ozark on the historic square?
Oh, it's beautiful. So I actually live out in Rogersville. It chose to come to this shop every day. There we go.
Right.
Because the square, I love the look of the square. Towel if you need it. I love the feel of the square. And of course the shop is boarded.
Sure.
So really, it just came down to the fact that I really love the aesthetics of how their shop is and where it is.
Sometimes people complain a little bit about parking, but really there is a lot of parking down here. It's just we may have not even that far, right? Yeah, it's just right back here in the back.
My guys park back there, and
we have lots of events coming up in downtown Ozark in the near future. We've got Market Days this last weekend. You guys are open on Saturdays, right? We talked about your hours a little bit. Yeah.
A lot of people out there, a lot of people walking around. The market looks beautiful. It's beautiful weather. So outside of that, a lot of fun.
All right, so she's putting the
so you
finishing
use the matte
touches.
pomade from what I heard, right?
Yep, I do.
So we actually developed this product.
Okay.
This is our own line. It's called Hitch. This is what I'm going to have her style you out with because I spent a lot of time working on this. It's very moldable. It's got a great texture. It's very soft to the touch and very creamy, but has a good level of hold. It's really unique. Very easy to go into the hair. Very easy to wash out of the hair, but gives great amount of texture and performance.
Now, how in the world did you come up with your own product, dude?
It's kind of a process. After I get sent so many different things.
Right.
We get products sent to us constantly. And you're like, man, I like this about this product, but I wish it had a little more hold, or the smell's a little too extreme
Yeah,
for what I
I've
want.
had
You know what I
that.
mean? Like I wanted something that, like the fragrance of this, you'll notice is like it's built to complement other scents and not to compete with other things. So you're not going to smell it all day like you would with some products. We worked with a great lab out in California to develop it, and we went through this particular one, went through about 15 different iterations before I landed on the one we put into production. So it's something that took a lot of trial and error. We would get a sample sent in, we'd send it out to our shops to get it tested. So a lot of R&D went into this. We actually sell it in our shops and online, kitchgoods.com. And again,
I'm not seeing it in Walmart yet.
no, not yet.
Not
No,
yet.
Not
All
yet.
right.
Right now, we're just going direct. And I like the way she styled your hair, man.
All right.
You're going to like this,
Okay,
dude.
I'm in.
All right, ready?
Are we ready? Here we go. The
Here we
unveil.
are.
Here we
Looks
go.
great.
Oh yeah.
You look sharp.
Wow.
It's turned up on the side.
Look at that.
There it is.
Okay.
She worked with some of your cowlicks and gave you a little bit of updated little
I've
look
heard
there,
I've got a
man.
few up
We've got
there.
a
Is that
couple of
right?
them.
Looks
Got a couple
great.
of them.
All right, well, there it is. I guess we ought to sign off here. This has been a tremendous
Thank you,
experience here
guys.
at Hudson Hawk. Again, if you're just tuning in or catching the end of this, seriously, for some good business tips, you know, one of the things we're going to be doing in the near future is Ozark Unplugged, bringing in business leaders like that and others to talk about what makes them successful. We did a little bit of that today and even got a haircut out of it. But
Absolutely.
they are open here on the east side of the square. Come and see them. One more time, the website,
HudsonHawk.com.
OzarkChamber.com.
Yeah, and HudsonHawk.com. Hop on, book your appointment today.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you
Great
very
haircut.
much. Yeah, thank
Great
you.
job.
Appreciate you.
Very
Thank you.
good. Okay.